Well, 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 look who's here. It's you. That's right. Welcome once again to Fun with Eric. This is where people come to have some fun, watching me have some fun. And sometimes it's just me, and sometimes I'm fortunate to have a friend along, and other times you might meet one of my alter egos. But rest assured and have no doubt, I have fun so you don't have to. Now, I try to keep it light, but sometimes I'm gonna go heavy. Now and again, I might sneak a bit of meaning in one of my videos. You might find a hidden lesson every now and then. Now, I don't expect any TikTokers to be watching my videos, so if your attention span is less than 30 seconds, this probably isn't the place for you. And to be quite honest, I make these videos for my enjoyment. For me, the act of creating is the reward. I create, I enjoy what I create, I share what I create, and if I'm very, very lucky, then maybe you enjoy it too. Your enjoyment is actually the icing on the cake. So, I was thinking that life is kind of like exploring on the ATVs. Now, forward is the optimal direction, right? We like to go forward, but sometimes we find ourselves in a bind and we get ourselves in a tough situation. We actually have to strategically put it in reverse, back it up, and maybe try another path so that we can once again keep moving forward. Now, we don't always know what's around the bend. And isn't that what makes the ride more interesting? Part of the adventure is not knowing what there is ahead of us. When we don't know what to expect, it kind of keeps us more engaged, right? I mean, even though we don't know what's coming around the bend, as long as we keep the machine well maintained and pay close attention to our surroundings, we are going to maximize the chances of being able to deal with whatever adversity might come to pass. I've noticed that when the trail is rough, I have to learn how to negotiate that rough terrain. And when the trail is smooth and easy, I don't really pay that close attention, and I'm not learning that much about the trail. And that's kind of the way life works, isn't it? I noticed in my own life when things have been difficult, I have to learn how to adjust. I have to learn how to deal with adversity. When things are easy, they're actually less interesting, and I don't learn as much. And so as we're going through life, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's noticed this, we learn how to deal with hard times. And that is what makes us appreciate the easy times. If it was always easy, we wouldn't know what hard times are. We might be stuck in the middle of an extremely easy situation and still finding ways to complain, when in fact we have no idea what hard times really are. I was looking back the other day at some of my past experiences, and I remember when I started dabbling in real estate, selling houses, a smart woman told me that when you're in business, don't rely on your family and friends to make your business successful. What she meant by that was, yes, your family and friends, they're going to support you, they love you, and they're going to show their support. But that's not going to be enough to make a successful business. You have to offer the general public, you have to offer perfect strangers something that they can find value in. I imagine that philosophy applies no matter what business you're in. Likewise, a wise man once told me that when things are starting to get difficult for you, whether it is in business or just in life in general, and you need a helping hand, all you have to do is reach out and you'll notice that it is right there at the end of your arm. And what he was trying to say there was, again, don't rely on a helping hand for your success. Try to be self-reliant. You try hard to not have to rely on a helping hand. Granted, every now and then, we all do need some help from the outside. And if we're lucky, that help is there. Sometimes it's not there. And when it's not there, then we have to learn how to deal with it without that extra hand. And so certain simple things that might help everybody along the way. This might be obvious to some of you. This might not be so obvious to some of you. But very important, simple ideas. But we don't always remember them. One of them is try hard. All right, now that basically covers all the bases. No matter what situation you are in, try hard. Because the harder you try, the more you are going to increase your chances of success. Be polite. That's a good one. When you're interacting with other people, just be polite. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. It's always a good way to start off on first base. Be helpful. That one is kind of self-explanatory. Just be helpful to the people around you. If you interact with people in any situation, you're going to come across a time, and it's probably every day, when you have the opportunity to help somebody that needs it. It could be extreme. It could be quite simple. I was talking to a friend. He was telling me about how he was out four-wheeling in the snow, and yes, he was enjoying four-wheeling, but he was also enjoying the opportunities that he would come across to pull people out who were stuck along the road that he was exploring. And so when he told me that, I thought to myself, yeah, now that's cool. He was just out there having fun, but more than that, he was being helpful. I think that we should all be honest. Completely honest. Not only honest to the people that you're interacting with, but being honest with yourself. So important. It makes life so much easier if you can live it honestly. Being honest is actually easier than trying to fool yourself or fool others. Most importantly, I think, is be thankful. You might say, but Eric, I've got nothing to be thankful for. And I say, bullshit. If you're actually listening to this or watching this video, you have access to the internet. You have more resources at your fingertips than most of the rest of the people on earth. That right there is something to be thankful about. No matter how dire the circumstances are, yes, maybe you're in an extremely difficult situation and things might look bleak. I guarantee you it could always be worse. Sometimes you can just look around and see someone who might have a harder life than you. And when you make a conscious effort to be thankful, it helps keep things in perspective, to enjoy life a little more, because we can look at the positive instead of focus on the negative. And so I thank you for dropping by and paying attention long enough to actually get through this video. I appreciate all the subscriptions, all of the comments, and I am going to continue to make these videos. Hopefully you can get some value out of them. At any rate, I will catch you guys on the next video.